it's such a bad experience with the other golden too. Not a bad experience, I should say, because everyone else that's worked with them have loved them. So who knows? Oh, is it live?
Yes, this is live.
You are live. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I missed that. Sorry about that, Tony. Okay, so hi, I'm Colleen from Pets on Q, and this is lovely Joni, who is from Quick Shine. I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Joni with Quick Shine. I am the customer success manager and marketing manager here at Holloway House, and we are the makers of the Quick Shine brand. We specialize in floor care that is effective, easy cleaning, and it's safer for kids, pets, and our environment. So we are really proud of that Safer Choice third-party certification. We do not contain any harsh chemicals in any of our products, so we're really proud of that.
You messed up my next question because I was going to tell you. No, it's fine. I was going to say, like, I love Quick Shine. I use it because I have a baby and a dog that has really sensitive skin, and it's eco-friendly. I know it's safe, and like my son or my dog, they eat food constantly off the floor, and I have to clean my floors all the time. So I love your products. I personally use your products. That's why we wanted to kick off the series talking to you, and that we're actively running an influencer campaign with you right now. Yes. So wanting to run through and chat with some influencers. So we do have some influencers joining. Hi, Hank and Masha. Let's go into, do you have anything else to share about Quick Shine?
I mean, I share all kinds of things. What do you want to talk about? Like, I guess our floor finish, which can they see the screen?
Yeah.
Where it's about Quick Shine. Okay, so that green label there, that is our floor finish, and that is our #1 selling product. That product is designed to put a high shine on your floor. So if you have dull floors, or if it's just been a constant battle trying to keep your floors looking clean, this is the product for you. We call it the wow factor because it's literally like a new floor in a bottle. So it's long lasting. It'll last you for months. And then that blue bottle right next to it will maintain the shine. So that is our plant-based cleaner. We have several cleaners that we can use during this campaign that we're going to do. But our plant-based cleaners are zero residue, streak-free, haze-free, and again, no harsh chemicals. So you can feel confident cleaning while having clean floors as well. And you know, like I said, no harsh chemicals. So your dogs can eat off the floor, your kids can crawl around, and you just, peace of mind.
Peace of mind is like, I was just thinking that. Okay, so let's go into, let's see. Hey guys, hi. How do you work with animal talent? And that's just like the question of, like, I know that you work with pet influencers to promote the products, and a lot of the influencers that we work with you, like, how do you choose the influencers that you want to work with?
Yeah, I mean, I think our main goal is to find influencers with like light and airy photography. We have that kind of an image on our whole page. We utilize Instagram, obviously, as well as Facebook, but we want an influencer that is going to kind of mimic our look on our page, so or our feel. So we look at that. Obviously, we love interiors. They have to have some type of a hard surface flooring. So, you know, that's something that's important to us as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And guys, for us, we categorize those influencers between lifestyle influencers and minimal influencers. I would say that they take bright, airy photography. And when you are onboarded into our network, it's saved as such. So if a brand comes to us, like Joni saying, I need lifestyle or minimal influencers, you got a lot of you that might be joining got an e-blast from us saying, hey, we're doing this campaign for Quick Shine. And they're looking for influencers like you. You should apply to them. And, you know, now we're at the point that we're reviewing some of those influencers. Are there any other important factors when you're looking at these accounts? So like follower count, audience, anything else?
Yeah, I mean, this particular campaign, because we've done several with you now, but this particular one, I would probably say I'm looking for influencers between like 30,000 followers and maybe 100,000, or, you know, more is great, obviously, but that's kind of the range I'm looking at.
Okay, great. And your overall goals, I guess.
overall goals.
Because there's one point it was follower growth and engagement in demographics. So someone's question.
And I think that's still kind of the same goal. I mean, we definitely would love to see conversions. So we do something we did on our last campaign, like a coupon. So our influencers would get to use give their followers like a 20% off. And so the campaign was specifically for the pet cleaner and the sustainable mop kit, but the coupon code worked on our entire site. So whatever they wanted to purchase. But conversions is great. We want to gain more followers on our Instagram. We do have a large following on Facebook, but Instagram, we've been trying to grow for a little while now. And so, Instagram is kind of where it's at for us.
Okay.
And then just to educate our consumers, I mean, the whole plant-based, the safer for your pets. I mean, a lot of pet people are following our pet influencers. So it's really important to get the word out.
I think the other important thing to know is other people that are passionate about healthy products for your kids and pets, people that can post about, educating their audience in that. Do you consider engagement or demographics? And
some demographics. I mean, we found that specifically with like hardwood floors, I mean, there's a lot of kind of more of the Eastern side, that like Eastern Seaboard, like New Jersey, New York demographics. We sell our mop kits specifically like at Food Lion. So that would be more of like your Southeast. And then we also sell some things like in California. So, I mean, we're all over the United States, but we do look a little bit at demographics when we make some choices, but that's not really like our main priority, our top reasoning for declining anything or anything.
Yep. And when we go through the campaigns with brands like this, we go through, so the geographics for her would be that your audience is in the Northeast or just primarily East Coast, but they're open if someone is on the West Coast or their audience base is on the West Coast. Demographics, the majority of pet influencers actually fall in the same demographic range, which is who's buying her product. So that's like women over 20, under 50. That's like really what we're targeting. And most of the pet influencers do fall in that. It's pretty rare that we get someone outside of that. Do you want to work with TikTok influencers too?
If they have a TikTok account, that's great. We don't currently have that platform as a company. So to us, it's harder to kind of track it and follow it and see how successful it is. So that's not something I necessarily look at. I would much rather be working with Instagram influencers.
Yeah. And guys, I'll work on her because performing those mop buckets that went crazy viral. Like you can use QuickShine products in that, just so you know, and it's eco-friendly, and that stuff's really, really popular on TikTok. So I think that you could do something.
You'll have to share some videos because I'm so against like the whole mop and bucket system. I just feel like it's the dirtiest method of cleaning. So I just love our sustainable mop kits with the reusable pads. Like that's where it's at for me. So you have to educate me. I know nothing about this TikTok trend.
Yeah, but that's what TikTok does. It educates people, and people are searching for things like what's the most eco-friendly way to clean my floor?
Yeah.
You guys should own that. And be in that category like crazy, or even offer affiliate partners. That's something we can work on. We can work on that in the future.
Well, and that's something, it's funny because I feel like, and I'm, as just a person, am on Instagram all the time. And so I see a lot of people doing reels that they might have taken from TikTok or something and shared it on Instagram as well. So that's where I typically see all these, all these, I guess, TikTok posts. But I just feel like they're, getting, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting educated on Instagram, so you need to educate me on TikTok, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get there. It's kind of so actually people are, that's a point I was actually just going to make, is that TikTok is kind of turning into a search engine for the younger generation instead of Google. Yeah. So when the younger generation, and I say that as like I still am part of that, but when they're looking for something like how to clean your floor in an eco-friendly way, they are going to TikTok more than Google. That's where people, so like Mary Kate on my team, she comes to me all the time. She's the one who forced me to go on TikTok, right? She's like, I learned more on TikTok than I did all throughout college. So I will run through, and it's just something to think on in the future. And I think we could come up with a really cool campaign. Here's past campaigns that we worked with. So We did a macro and a micro influencer campaign to test them out. Follower count was pretty similar, and the overall quality audience that you had. And how are the sales on both of those? Didn't one perform better than the other?
Well, when we worked with what you're calling our micro influencers, where we had several different accounts, there was one specific influencer, and I don't know if I should call out names or anything like that, but one influencer that we worked with had quite a few conversions, and they did kind of what reminds me of a TikTok video, but it was just it was a reel basically, or a story that they were showing how to use it, and their pets were interacting, and that's what
I actually have it. I can show it to people. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, so you might want to just get close to your speaker. But this is. And then let me show the other one that we have, and we can kind of discuss the difference between them. Okay. So those were a few influencer videos that we had so the one on the left performed better for you overall, but didn't you liked the other one more?
Yeah, both of those are great. And it's funny because our Margot, that one, I mean, even though our spray mop was in it, like she's cleaning with our Shine Power, and that's a product that we don't necessarily promote very often. And it was just, I loved it because, I mean, the spit the drool and everything, it's up on the ceiling. It's so gross, but it's so real life, and that's what I love to see, because we're cleaning every day up after our pets or our kids, that's just the reality. And I love seeing our product in use like that. And so to me, I just fell in love with that particular, reel that was provided. So
yeah. And what were your favorite posts? Like, what has stood out to you? So I pulled some of, my personal favorites, and just so everyone knows that this one came out before this campaign, right?
Yeah. So our labels have definitely been, and actually even our pet cleaner there, we just enhanced our labels, and they went out to stores like in October. So you might start seeing all new labels, but all of these labels have changed since this last campaign we did. So
okay. And where can you buy the product?
So we're at all major retailers. So your Walmart's, Home Depot, Lowe's. We're at grocery stores, drug stores. So you can find us everywhere nationwide. And we are in Canada. We are in the UK as well. But this particular campaign would be more for US.
Okay. I can let me go back to, and sorry, I totally cut you off before on the micro influencers and how so the micro influencers for you perform better with conversion. Overall.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, we got to work with some in different ranges too, as far as followers, but some of their content just really, I think, engaged with their followers.
Okay, great. What made you want to work with pet influencers over human influencers?
So we work with both still, actually, and we've got a couple of great accounts that are our human influencers. But the pet influencers, it's funny, like back in 2018, I think is when you and I met, Colleen, and that was from Clyde the Bully.
Oh, yeah.
His owner had reached out to us and was like, hey, let me put you in contact with my agent or my agency. And that's kind of how it all came about. And to be honest, we knew nothing really about pet influencers much then. I mean, it's really taken off since then. But now, I mean, look at all the pets that have been available to us, and it's been great. I mean, I love the fact that there's a chinchilla, that we worked with now. It's not just about dogs or cats, and our products, people have called about even birds. So we've even gotten to work with a bird before, which was really cool.
Oh, that's so great. So Percival is one of the cats that I actually showed you before, and I know we missed their comment. Says he eats like a pig and drags his wet food all over the floor. It's totally gross. So that's one of the accounts that I think that is on our list to review. So that's awesome. Do you consider waiting for an influencer to have a viral video to optimize a brand campaign. So that's probably more of a me question. So when we're doing a campaign, we pull your analytics to how you're doing right now. So the analytics are updated twice a week and how you're performing over the past 60 to 90 days. I lost Joni. Oh no. Joni, come back. I'll give her a couple of minutes, I guess. How did we lose her? That's so sad. But when we're doing an influencer campaign, we'll pull analytics of how the influencers are performing now, and we review your demographics, your geographics. So we pull all of the data within our network, and the brand can see it as well. So it's actually part of what I'm going to go through at the end of this. And like the active campaign we have now has had 70 applicants in it. So we're going to be running through some of that with Joni when she comes back. MK, can you email her and help her out if you are listening? And I will happily answer any of your guys' questions before Joni comes back. Who is interested in working with QuickShine? Make sure you apply. I don't know if that's really a question for me, but I have so many great questions for Joni though, and she's great, and their whole QuickShine team is actually awesome. Not actually awesome, they just are awesome. I think one of my final questions I have for Joni that I can kind of run through. I need to apply with my wolf dogs. Yes. Apply. Thank you so much. So yeah, after this call, I'm planning. Oh, you're the account. We really liked you. We actually just reviewed it with her, Percival. Just reviewed it, but you're in London. Your audience base is not in the U. You obviously have a US following, but the audience base is not strong enough in the US for the campaign. But they love your account. So I feel like if they ever needed content creators, this isn't a food brand that like we couldn't ship internationally. But yeah, if they ever need content creators, your audience is mostly in the US. What's the percentage? Around 60%. That's still really strong. Can you, what's the city? Like the top cities that you have? I'm sorry, guys. We're going down the rabbit hole while we wait for Joni to come back. And I can kind of run through, here's, some of the influencers on the last campaign. I know that we're going to be hiring some of them again on the next one as well. MK's messaging me. I emailed her, so just waiting. Oh no, she might be stuck. Let's see if I can text her. Okay, we'll see. Okay. I'm going to keep going. So we saw some of these videos from the influencers already. Do you guys want to watch them again? And I can kind of tell you what she liked when we went through it and the parts that maybe she didn't like about them. If you guys want to know that. Because I've worked with them for a while now, and they're just such a great brand. And if you are not watching live, feel free to comment or join our next live. Okay. So here's some of the influencers that have applied, and I blocked out what their price points were. You want to rewatch it? Yeah. Okay. Let's go through it. Okay. So 2 Husky first. Okay. And then here is Love Mongo. Okay. So I'm actually going to go through my perspective on it and the brand's perspective as well. And so what's the pitching process like? So what's the process of pitching and approving the video ideas? So for these 2 videos, and for every campaign we do, once you are selected, usually in the selection process, influencers will put a little bit of what their idea is, or the brand will send over a creative brief. And for me, the last brief was a 3-page, fully typed out brief of ideas of what they're looking for, what they do not want, because they always have a really strict, and this is just not QuickShine, this is in general, most brands have really strict things of what you can't say or can say, unless you're working with a small company that's kind of willing to kind of do anything for you. So The first video, the, one with the Huskies over here, they absolutely loved. They had her make a few adjustments. They loved her concept that, she's going to show her dog's muddy paws on the floor, because over kind of part of it with the caption as well, because it's an eco-friendly product. So what we pitched with the influencer was basically, my dogs are going to have muddy paws, walk along the floor, and then I'm going to go across and clean it up to a viral song that's happening at that time. So that song was very viral back then. A lot of people were using it. And she, this influencer, she's super creative at coming up with these concepts. I'm just checking to see if Joni's coming back in. I'm just seeing that. Oh, and we have a pitch too, that some influencers will send over a full presentation. So I can actually open that up in the end and show you what an influencer would send over for a really professional pitch. This is like 25 to 100K type pitch. But for this one, we just have it in our platform that if you were accepted, the brand will sometimes send you a creative brief, or beforehand they can send a creative brief. You can send over just a few ideas, and then they'll say, hey, you know what, I really like this, or I don't like this. Initially, she wasn't as fond of some of the concepts for the Great Danes, but we ran with it because I was like, this is great. And like the way that she does it, we went for kind of a TikTok-y style for this campaign. And I felt that she integrated her content into her page like seamlessly. This doesn't really look like an ad. And that's kind of what we're looking for, is because, well, one, eco-friendly product. Two, Great Dane drool is gross. And a lot of people with big dogs or mastiffs, they know the situation. So if the dog shakes, there's drool all over the wall. And this is just a funny way to integrate it using a trending song. And that's kind of the creativity that brands are looking for. And usually what could make you stand above someone else is adding a concept like that. Once that is done, and once everything, the money is agreed to, we collect the money, you guys have the product, you're making, the post for the brand, then you would send in your like initial draft of it. A lot of people would put notes in there saying, hey, this is my caption, or I'm going to add text later, and this is the text I want to add on the video. Once that is approved, or the brand might come back with 2 to 3 like minor edits, like, oh, wait, you can't say quick shine is this, or I'm just using quick shine as an example, obviously, because we're here. But the brands could come back, and most of the time they say like, this is awesome, or it didn't follow our creative brief. But yeah, the ideas is really just a very early stage on. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. Sorry, I just went on a total tangent, but we're still waiting on Joni to come back. Maybe her computer died. I'm just going to check my email real quick, and she's not in there. Okay. Joni. She's trying to rejoin and nothing's happening. Try the invite link I sent. Is she back in? Okay. Awesome. Joni, if you're not in and you can comment, like feel free to comment over here and answer some of those questions, or call my cell. I sent it to you before, and I can just have you on speaker too. Sorry about this. That like never happens. So, this is what it looks like to a brand. So the concepts, and I'm hovering over it, but usually like, we have hardwood floors. This is like, my dogs are always, getting into messes, and you put your concepts in here. And when you hover over it, the full text will pop up, and then a brand will go in and review offer. They can review the price point. You can see the price point normally, but I blocked out everyone's price points just out of respect. For them, but like, so they have to still go through 70 plus influencers to make their final decision. And price point does play a key role in this, especially for them. It's a smaller brand. Their marketing budget is not the same as, a Purina. So you just definitely want to keep that in mind, that they're probably not going to pick the accounts that are kind of, overpricing themselves. How do you feel about brands jumping on calls with the creators? We do it all the time. Yeah. So usually with this brand, if the brand needs it, a lot of brands, like I've worked with QuickShine for a long time. they will be fine. Like we can do a conference with multiple influencers in there and everyone can jump in and throw their ideas out. Brands like this are really amazing to work with. I find that campaigns who perform the best are ones who jump on the call and we brainstorm and have it be really collaborate. I'm going to put this up there. I find that the campaigns who perform the best are the ones who jumped on calls and brainstorms and have, really collaborative experiences. I agree. I love that you do that. Some brands want to do that. Others do not. They kind of have their creative brief. They have to stick to something very specific. And they also, I do have a lot of brands that will push out and say, I absolutely love their style. I'm giving them free reins on creativity. Like, let them run wild with it. So it really just depends on the brand and it depends on the creator. I mean, we've done video calls with people, especially one, I should probably pull that up. Let me hide this from Stream real quick and go find the influencer link. Okay, now I'm obviously going to have a hard time finding it. Let's see. Hey, MK, where is this? Direct messages. So Mary Kate did send me what this influencer posted when we did another campaign. So just bear with me for a second, guys. And I'm going to share my screen again and show you what another influencer campaign was. Are there any tips on how to price? Oh my gosh, I have tips for days on how to price yourself. I have big fox hard vibes sometimes. That's so funny. I'm going to actually just present this guy and show you what this other influencer has. And we did a campaign with her as well and what she presents to brands. Let me just present the screen. Then I have to go in and share the screen. And I also have pricing in there so I can kind of run through that. We did a live with Kobe the cat recently. And Kobe has a few million followers. She's worked with a lot of brands. So she was on our last live. So if you guys want to watch that, like go check out our YouTube page, go subscribe. We're going to try to do more of this year and help you guys out with campaigns. So here's some campaigns we've done. On every single campaign. She will provide a creative brief and concept in a little bit more of a professional way than most influencers do. This is why she will get picked on campaigns because she comes across just really professional. So this was for Caught on Nest Cam, a Google campaign. You could see it on one of the last posts. Here's her concept on what she wanted to do. And the brand, it was very clear what her vision was. The brand was really excited about it. Caught on Nest. Here's the link. This is what it's going to look like. Post 2 or Twitter post. And just think it's like very, very minimal and just to the point and super clean. So that's kind of best practices. Let me find, I had pricing in here as well. So just bear with me. Okay. Pricing yourself for a casting. If you are a pet influencer, it is very, very different than a human influencer. These prices are for human influencers. This is industry standard. For human influencers, pet influencers is around 34 to 36% less price point. So take that in mind when you're going in here. So a lot of influencers will actually overprice themselves. The reason for that is pet influencers have a different ROI to brands than human influencers. So brands are not going to be overspending for influencers. They have access to your analytics. It's easy to get it now. Gone are the days where even a full year ago, year and a half ago, that you could go in and basically say, I want, 10,000 for a post, and a brand's going to just say, yep. They're looking at your follower count. They're looking at who's active as your follower count. They're looking at where your followers are located, geographics, demographics, all the things. So yeah, that's price point. Here's your price point and charge 35% less. Yeah. That was a long-winded. I'm so upset Joni's not here. She is like just such a great add-on to this. So we might just have to have her back. And does anyone, if you guys have any questions for her on the campaign that we're running, oh yeah, prices also change with the economy and the industry too. Influencer industry is changing constantly. So we're just trying to stay on top of it. And if you are a member of our roster, the brands see that on your page on the back end. We are loading something for you guys to have your own media kit and help you with your pricing. that should be coming in the next 30 to 60 days. And we're really excited about that. So please schedule a call with MK, or we'll do a full webinar on it and walk you through how to create your media kit. Does anyone here have a media kit? And I'm probably going to end after a couple more questions. What are your thoughts about an online media kit? That's for you guys. And that's for influencers. Mary Kate just typed that up. So do you like, so Kevin, the burner, would you prefer an online media kit for brands to be able to find you easier, and for brands to be able to, let me represent my screen because this is my absolute favorite page, and I don't think I got to show you guys. Thank you. I'm such a weirdo. Put this together. Thank you, with QuickShine right in the middle. And I do love the product. How do you recover with a company after you overprice yourself? You call me. I fix the problem for you. I fall on the sword all the time, and we'll tell brands, you know what, sorry, that was me. I put the wrong price in, or, this influencer thought you were posting 4 videos instead of 2. So it's priced a little bit higher. They're really at this price point. Yeah. I will help you guys out as much as possible when that stuff happens. You just have to let me know, or let our team know. It's a spot with your media kit analytics pricing. Okay. Yeah. So, media kits is a place for your analytics, for your pricing or pricing packages, group packages, for brands to book and pay for you instantly. And, for you to show off past work that you've done or what you can do in the future. Can you explain the new online media kit? Yes, that's what I was doing. Sorry. MK, I'm sorry you didn't put that up before I started talking about it. So the online media kit's basically it's like a resume or a portfolio. That's what a media kit or a reel in the production industry. So it'll have a photo of you, basically is small about you. So for me, I have a deaf Dalmatian. He is trained in ASL. He's also a therapy dog. So we'll go into hospitals and he's a rescue. So I tend to focus, and we call it a pet folio instead of portfolio. We're weird here, and we like weird names for things. So if you guys ever have ideas like that, throw them at us. We tend to laugh and just have a good time with our team. So yeah, a pet folio really shows off, your resume and about you, because for me, if people are looking to work with a rescued disabled pet, there are only so many of that. And I fit into that category. Other brands like QuickShine, they're looking for a family-friendly pet. So even though there's a chinchilla in there, they're golden retrievers. You can see, they're Great Danes, they're Huskies, they're what people stereotypically think of pets, and cats. So that's really what QuickShine is looking for. So they're also kind of focusing on accounts that have very light and bright coloring. You showcase your hardwood floor a lot in your imagery. You have a clean house that's going to take, and you just really have great photography. We go back over to the pet folio. So it'll have a place for your statistics to be, for brand to log in and see your statistics. So not just anyone can see it. They have to log in to be able to see your statistics. That'll just kind of protect you a little bit. And then your packages. So if you're doing UGC content for video or photo, TikTok video package or a TikTok Instagram package, basically meaning you've 1 to 2 videos plus stories in a combination package. And brands, we typically give them, most people, it's like a 12 to 13% discount if you do a package. That's pretty industry standard. Yeah. And that's really what it'll show. It's really simple. You can link it to your page and you'll get more brands that way. You'll stop getting a lot of the brands that will reach out to you saying, hey, just post for free product. You can literally just respond to them with the media kit saying, hey. you want a Petfolio. You will get a Petfolio really soon because it's coming soon. So talk to MK about it. She's the one who helped design it after talking to a bunch of you guys. We're so excited. She's done such a great job. She runs influencer, relations here, and Mary Kate is just amazing. It'll be great for you guys to, have that. If you're pricing yourself out, recommendation would be to undervalue yourself, get experience, get some stuff to put on your media kit. That's like a really solid, media kit. So other brands like, oh yeah, they do work with other brands, they're experienced with this. So just so you can get more stuff onto your Petfolio. What would you recommend adding to your media kit? We're trying to keep it really simple. So really just your package price rates for brands to be able to log in and see your analytics, and great images and videos, like your best of your best. And if you haven't worked with a brand yet, let us know. And maybe if you want to just work with maybe a couple of free brands, we almost always have brands that don't have the budget for bigger influencers, or, they're smaller companies like the Quick Shines of the world. So if you really want a product, I have influencers with 1 million followers that'll basically say like, I really just want this vacuum. It'll just be great to your Petfolio. Petfolio, it just it rolls off the tongue so well. I love it. We will have local events where we are planning on media kit or Petfolio photo shoots. So stay updated. What's the biggest, I missed this question. I'm sorry. What's the biggest pain point we hear from influencers is admin workload. True. The new influencer platform, and this is Mary Kate obviously sending this. So new influencer platform side will have everything you need in one spot. So you'll be able to apply to campaigns, have a Petfolio there, manage those campaigns. Coming to Utah. Well, Melissa, who is my partner in this, is from Utah, and I've been dying to come up to Utah. I've been once before, but I'm dying to drive up there. So actually, yeah, I will be coming to Utah. I don't know when. We have a full calendar. We're actually looking at our events in the near future. So if there are pet events in your area, please let us know. We will be there. And I guess from Joni and I, who I don't know if her computer died, she's trying to get in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining. I so appreciate it. It was great to spend more time with you. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. And we're next week doing this call with the president of PetSmart Charities. The president of PetSmart Charities is going to be joining the live. So really excited about that. And we've done campaigns with them. I've worked with her, with set animals and actors, and amazing person. And I'm super, super excited, and schedule a call with Mary Kate. So she is this year too. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I guess I'm good. MK, I don't know how to end the live.